Here we are, GladrapChannel. NJE Promotions presents Iron Fist 6, the return of the Warrior. Here tonight at Don Rowlands Centre in Lake Karapiro. It's myself, Isaac Savage, and the man himself, John the Rebel Conway. 168 fights, Australasian welterweight champ, Hong Kong champ, South Pacific champ, and now trainer to many elite fighters across New Zealand. Welcome, the Rebel John Conway.
Thank you, and thanks for having me down here. It's a great venue. During the day I could see the lake out the windows, but it's night time now, so lake's gone.
It's certainly a beautiful scenery and surrounding here in Lake Karapiro, the home of Wakaama champs, and bringing us all the action tonight is Lieutenant Dan Hennessy as we get ready now for bout number 9, Manu Fotofili versus Ryan Walsh. Manu there in the red corner, Ryan Walsh in the blue. Once again, big boys, John. All the guys that have come out tonight have been, the big bangers have put on action and a good display, so hopefully we're going to see another one of those tonight.
I can assure you that with the big boys you'll get big punches.
We were all waiting for one of those knockdowns. We have yet to see a clear-cut knockout, but we have seen a stoppage. So let's see how we go down with these big fellas.
Both fighters got good support. Crowds, as the night's gone on, the crowd's got more vocal.
Manu there in the red against Ryan Walsh there in the blue. Ryan Walsh from here, or Nigel in his corner, so I'm sure there'll be a lot of hometown support here for their hero. The crowd's certainly getting behind him. I think once again half the arena are here tonight to support him.
Final instructions by David Craig, New Zealand's referee.
Here we go now. The action's about to start. Both heavyweight bangers ready to brawl. Manu there in the red against Ryan Walsh in the blue. Whoa, look at this crazy display. First off, John, these guys are just throwing with reckless abandonment.
Yeah, Manu started that off. He in the southpaw stance with the red headgear. He looks pretty fit and able. It looks like he's got a strong punch. The left-hand punch was his power punch. He just landed upstairs, downstairs. Ryan's using his jab quite nicely. Nice and long jab.
Ryan looking the fitter of the two, but it doesn't matter at times in heavyweight action because regardless of body shape, size, if that punch lands, clean cut, you're out.
That's right. It's a pretty fast pace for heavyweights fights.
Yeah, 1 minute down, 1 minute to go. And these big boys, they churn and burn the energy, so can they keep up this pace for the next 2 rounds?
Yeah, both boys are landing.
All it takes is one shot too, especially when you're fresh too in the first 1 to 2 rounds when you've got that power, because the power does drop into the latter rounds, doesn't it, John?
It does, especially when you're big boys. But Ryan backed up against the ropes.
Just running into like a bull. Just charged him into the corner there and just started throwing uppercuts there from Manu.
I like both boys have got different styles, and I like both of them. Like Manu's style relies on quickness. There's a nice straight left out towards the body. They're both thinking fighters. They're not just punching for the sake of punching. They both got targets.
This is what we're seeing too with this. Whoa!
Ryan just going for it. Yes.
Hooks just missing. One of those hooks had a lot of power behind it. And that's what we're seeing too now in the corporate boxing. I mean, gone are the days where guys are just hammer and tong for the first 30 seconds and someone falling over. It's a bit more of a thinking game, sport, and look, it is best if it does go the distance in this day and age. Yeah,
and it always should be. Boxing should be always about thinking, strategy, and choosing the right options, and good defence and good fitness. It always should be like that, boxing.
The sweet science, as they call it, and the more technical and advanced you get in this game, the harder it gets, right, John?
That's right, yeah. There's some smart boxers out there. Nigel Elliot giving Ryan some advice to go to the body, so let's see if that comes to play. It's always good watching a fighter in their corner and talk and communicate and strategize. It's always good to see if the fighter actually does it or was able to or not able to.
You can feel it coming through too, you know, the energy, the way they connect.
Yeah.
It's important, right, to get through to your fighter in between those rounds so they get the message.
Yeah, you meant to put wisdom into a young body. That's what the relationship between a fighter and a trainer should be like.
Now let's see if that wisdom you potentially could read Nigel saying between rounds is followed through by Ryan, and he's coming forward very aggressive here.
It's a very fast-paced fight for big boys. And so it should be. It's a 3-round fight.
Ryan got a bit of a charge forward jab style there. He throws everything to that front jab in the right.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
And sometimes that style can be a bit more, even more so damaging than a pitter-patter volume, because every single shot's thrown hard.
It can take, the harder you punch, the more energy it takes to throw it. So, depending on your fitness, you got to think about that.
Leading left hook there. You don't see that too often as well.
No.
Stuff the jab. He said, I'll just give him a left hook.
Yeah, take a shortcut.
Yeah, and then big right. No, I am all for shortcuts because they get straight to the point, don't they, John?
Well, in a 3-rounder, yeah, you got to take a shortcut.
Ryan Walsh, I'm loving the style. You know, he's just getting to the point. Stuff the jab, do a leading left hook, or throw a straight right, and you have to, because there's only 30 seconds to go now in round 2.
That's right.
Oh, another big right there.
Yeah, I think Ryan's starting to sneak away with this a little bit. He's keeping his range, which is good. He's throwing straighter punches. We just got caught then by his left hand.
Oh, beautiful shots here from Ryan. Just coming forward now, uppercutting.
Yeah. 10 seconds ago, there goes the clicker.
As they say though, you know, fatigue takes the man out of anyone, and you can see two guys come into the fight at the start with all the aggression, all the bravado, but near the end, two guys that are on their last legs, and sometimes fitness can take it home, right?
That's right, yeah. Fitness is key in this sport. If you're not fit, it's a lonely place to be. But Ryan, he looks pretty fit.
He's going well.
He was going all right. Well, they both do, really.
Manu's certainly got the power, though, to put anyone's lights out. And let's see what he can do in the third and final. That's probably what they'll be saying now in the corner of Manu there. Just you're probably down on points.
Yeah.
Let's bring this home.
Yeah, need to land. Only takes one punch, so we need to land one punch.
And the way he came out, he's certainly got the aggression and power
to
cut the lights of Ryan. Let's see if he can do that going to round 3.
He certainly started round 1 hard and fast.
What are your thoughts, though, too, when you're fighting outside of your local hometown and fighting locally? You know, does that support cheer you on? Does it give you that added energy, that oomph?
Yeah, it does. It does. But also, when you get negative support, that also encourages a lot of fighters. Like when you get booed and that.
Then you think, oh, if you, I'm gonna really cause an upset up in this.
I'm gonna prove a point.
Just as you said that, I think Ryan Walsh is really getting a bit of inspiration from his hometown crowd.
Yeah. But I think it's a very fair audience. Both the audience is cheering for both fighters as they enter the ring and during the fight. So it's a good crowd down here.
And that's what we want to see, right? But support from both sides.
That's right, yeah.
Hometown hero, though, he's certainly bringing it to Manu. He's coming through. He's stepped up the gas. 1 minute down, 1 minute to go.
Yeah, like Ryan's really using his range well. He's keeping the punches long. Both boys appreciating a little bit of breathing, a bit of a break.
And you see this too more so in the heavyweight fights, right, as we get into that last minute. Unlike some of the lighter weights, they just keep going to the end. You know, the Energizer Bunny we saw fighting earlier. Mitchell Waterhouse there in fight number 1.
Well, 40 seconds ago, I think one person's got to step up a bit because it is a pretty close fight, especially this round's quite close. So last half a minute, let's see what happens.
That last 30. Look at Ryan
good
come
punch,
forward.
good punch. See, that one combo couldn't change the whole round.
Another nice hook there from Ryan Walsh. Last 10 to go. You know, Manu's lungs will be beating, but so will Ryan as well. He certainly put on a show for his hometown tonight. Nice left hook there from Manu, but maybe a little bit too late.
Yeah, but a good fight. I mean, entertaining fight. Crowd loved it.
What a fight it was. A crowd are on their feet. People are just applauding, they're cheering. It's getting crazy up in here as these heavyweights just put on a show.
I think Nigel can be pretty happy with the way his fighter went. Ryan had a good outing.
Manu certainly didn't make it easy for him, and especially with that display at the start too. You know, he came like a wounded bull. Ryan probably actually regretted even taking up the boxing fight first off when that sort of beast came at him in round one.
Yeah.
Here we go now for the official decision from Lieutenant Dan Hennessy there, as he will be announcing the winner out of the
blue corner.
Blue corner, Ryan Walsh, hometown hero.